All right, this is not a math segment, this is a travel segment. I'm coming to you from Boonsboro, Maryland. And I want you to just use a little bit of your imagination here and think if there was no tar on the street, no street lights, no power lines, this town looks pretty much like it would have looked in the Civil War era. Talking to a gentleman who lives right over here, he told me about 80% of it is still Civil War. There's a hotel that burnt down and got rebuilt. They've redone a few of the fronts of the buildings. But this area, think about it. Standing here on this street like I'm doing is almost the same as it would have been standing here 150 years ago, right around the Civil War time. And right down the road is Antietam Battlefield, a very famous battlefield from the Civil War. There's actually all kinds of exhibits. There's a museum. It's a national battlefield. You drive around, you see where the battles took place. It tells you how many thousands were killed and how many tens of thousands were injured. And I want you to think about this on this battlefield. They have found, through the years, these musket balls that have hit in mid-flight and fused together, coming at each other from opposite sides. They've hit each other and literally fused together. Think about what that means. The best shooters back in the Civil War could shoot 3 shots per minute, 1 shot every 20 seconds. Think how many thousands of them had to be lined up across from each other, shooting at each other, in order to make this work, where musket ball after musket ball in mid-flight met in mid-flight and fused together. The bloodiest war in the history of the United States. 600,000 Americans died in the Civil War from the North and the South. 200,000 on battlefield, 400,000 from infection and disease after the battles were over. I think we talked about this. If you got injured in a battle, if you got shot in the arm, shot in the leg, instead of trying to fix it, the easy thing to do was, if they had some, they'd give you some chloroform to knock you out, and they would cut off your arm or cut off your leg and sew you up, and you'd be done. So history in the United States. I want you to think about getting out here on your own in the future, taking trips that interest you, seeing things that are interesting, finding out about the country you live in.